What's going on, everybody? It's Popular Stranger. It's Saturday. We got brand new Ultimate Legends and Golden Tickets. Believe it or not, the Golden Tickets today are better than the Ultimate Legends. It really hasn't been that way since the drop of Golden Tickets started and EA started juicing up these Ultimate Legends. I'll explain it all. We're going to go through all of the abilities on the brand new cards that came out today. Just a real quick disclaimer. We're doing this video at a random hotel in New Orleans. I'm not home right now. I'm on vacation, so no face cam, no regular intro. My apologies. And shout outs to Willow, who spotted Miss Pop and I in the middle of Bourbon Street last night. Shout out to him. Really nice dude. If you're watching this, I appreciate the offer. If we're back around that area, we'll hit you up. I know this is repetitive by now, but make sure you're playing through your Ultimate Legend solos. At this point, I'm pretty sure everybody should have enough tokens to redeem that second free Ultimate Legend of their choice. So each week we get new solo challenges. We are now up to week number 17 of Ultimate Legend content. And if you take a look at each individual week, you got 6 solos. The 6 solos feature the 2 set cards for the week. This week we got Johnny Unitas and Asante Samuel. You beat all 6 of those solos. It unlocks the hidden 7th solo, the final challenge. You beat that one, you get your choice of either a BND lower overall Ultimate Legend card or an Ultimate Legend token. You want to take the token each and every time, because not only doing that, but also the milestone rewards. So every time you get a star, it earns you a new tier of rewards, and those are going to give you Ultimate Legend tokens. Early on, you only get 1 token per tier, but then it jumps up to 10 tokens per tier, and towards the back half of it, it goes down to 5. And I think the final 2 rewards, which we're probably pretty close to at this point, will give you 6 more tokens. So I think there were some people that got make rights along the way, and that's why they were getting to that second set of 64 tokens before a lot of other people. But I believe that by this point, with today's new solos, everybody should pretty much be there. If you haven't been playing through those solos, go get them done. They're really quick and easy to play, but when you have so many to do at once, it can take a little bit of a longer time there. Just a reminder, Season 6 comes to an end in 5 days, 8 hours, and 25 minutes from the time that I'm making this video, and the competitive pass is going to be expiring a couple days after that. The reason I bring up the competitive pass, of course, is because you can get free Ultimate Legends in here. There's a couple opportunities to earn just regular Ultimate Legend packs, but also at level 26 you get a 99 overall B&D Ultimate Legend Fantasy Pack, and the 2 set Ultimate Legends that came out today should be updated in this pack if you happen to want one of them. I don't think either of them are going to be worth the picks for your tokens or from that competitive pass pack, so I would be holding if I were you, and I'll explain why. Let's go through the cards. We're actually going to start with the Ultimate Legends and then finish up with the Golden Tickets, which, crazy enough, are just better this weekend. So if you take a look at the LTD, it's going to be Franco Harris. He gets Tip Drill because of the Immaculate Reception. At the time that I was recording my video last night, I wasn't really thinking about it. Now I understand why, and I was hoping that this meant all LTD Ultimate Legends going forward would get double baked on abilities. That might not be the case because of the Tip Drill on this one and the reason that they did it, but he does have a baked on Vanguard. Obviously the attributes are really good here. In the last bucket he gets a baked on Freight Train for 1 AP. Would have been much crazier if that was Angry Runs. And then the double 0 AP buckets or double discounted buckets, you get to pick 2 of these for. Truz is really good because you're just not going to fumble often, and Jukebox is probably the next one you want to go with. I wouldn't really mess with Tank or Backyard Halfback. So this card looks really good for a fullback here. There's several ways to utilize them, especially with the baked on Vanguard. No problems with that card. It's the other 2 that are a bit disappointing. Unfortunately, Asante Samuel being one of them, because he's certainly still going to be on the team. I think there is one situation where he can use this card as a slot defender, and that's probably what I would be doing. So he has Bottleneck that's baked on for 0 AP, which is going to help with the man press attempts. If you go to the last bucket, I was hoping for universal coverage here. Instead, he gets Reinforcement, which I think is still going to be okay. I haven't tested this a ton outside of using it on linebackers, but you get a higher chance to defeat run blocks, which is huge if you're trying to stop the run, especially with a slot corner who's not that big in size. And then it also says, and it disrupts catches. So this reads as, you know, it should give you knockouts. Is it going to be as consistent as a universal coverage or any of the actual knockout abilities? Time will tell, but we're going to pick up this card and test it out when we get back home. And then the other abilities you can go with, I would personally recommend Tackle Supreme and Pick Artist, which again, all things kind of point towards this card being a really good run stopper, which I don't think Asante Samuel was that great at IRL, but it is what it is. That's what we're going to use this card for. So not a bad card. I'm just surprised there's 0 knockout abilities as far as zones or KO knockouts, and he's a zone archetype, but really like bench press to me kind of feels more like a man coverage ability, and obviously one step ahead is definitely a man coverage ability there. So not a bad card at all. I just kind of expected it to be different. And then the third one is going to be Johnny Unitas, which to me, it's just not a good card at all. I believe he had a generic 2 release, which means you absolutely need Gunslinger on this card. He's got Tank baked in, which is going to be more catered to a running quarterback. And I mean, he's not slow, but he's only got 92 speed. He doesn't look like a traditional running quarterback. And then if you take a look at that last bucket, they gave him Truz as well. So all signs point towards you should be running with this QB and not really throwing. You're going to need Gunslinger on this card. So if you don't care for Hot Route Master or Master Tactician, you're going to be all right because you got Gunslinger for 0 and then Pass Lead Elite for 1. If you do need that ability, well then, you know, you're going to have to go Master Tactician and Gunslinger and lose out on the Pass Lead Elite, or Master Tactician and Pass Lead Elite and then lose out on the Gunslinger, which neither are going to be ideal with the fact that he has that generic 2 release. So I'm not a fan of this card at all. Now, if you need a quarterback, Golden Ticket RG3 looks very, very good. So attributes are amazing. The only thing that's not 99 in the main attribute categories here is going to be short throw at 97. That is certainly no problem. If you take a look at his discounted abilities and X factors, remember all golden tickets do get the charge up X factor, so you can kind of pick whatever one you want here. I don't think it really is going to make a huge difference. Maybe Truz would be the route that you want to go here. This card has a traditional 4 release, which means you don't need Gunslinger to throw the football with him. And if you go into the last bucket, he's going to get Master Tactician for 1 AP. You go into the double discounted buckets. Remember, you get 2 of these 4 options. You now have Set Feet Lead for 0, and if you want, you can go Truz for 0 as well, assuming you don't want to go with Roaming Deadeye or Fearless. So there's just a lot of possibilities, and the fact that he has a traditional 4 release and doesn't need Gunslinger, but also gets a discounted Set Feet Lead at 0 AP makes him really, really good. So basically, you can go just ability-wise, Truz, Set Feet Lead, and Master Tactician. You're only going to be paying the 1 AP, and that still leaves you with your choice of any of those X factors because you don't really need Truz since it's going to be treated as an ability on this card. So this ranks up there, I think, with Mahomes and Brady. Brady's still going to be better because he has more of a variety, more 0 AP abilities to choose from, and so many of those buckets are discounted. Same thing with Mahomes, but RG3 is pretty simple there for 1 AP. You get the best stack that you need for a quarterback. You can run with him, you can throw with him. Very, very good looking card. TJ Watt looks solid. I would probably recommend, or I would have preferred maybe some different ability discounts on it, but I'm not saying it's terrible. It's still a very good card. So with his X factors here, you're probably going to want to go Unstoppable Force. That will help him with the pass rush. I talked about this last night. I'm just not a huge fan of the low strength. 93 strength at this point in the year is a little bit low for a pass rusher, and me personally, I put a lot of stock into that ability, or that attribute, I should say. Last bucket, you're probably going to want to go with Edge Threat Elite just to get one of those pass rushing abilities out there, since he's not going to get double or nothing on a discount. I'm sure the majority of people are going to go with Avalanche as one of the 0 AP abilities, and then after that, it's up to you. Lurk Artist is always cool on the D-line for just random picks that you don't expect. Flat Zone and Mid Zone KO being at a discount isn't bad. I think people who run 6-1 would probably utilize those abilities really well on this card if he plays on the outside. So not a terrible card. Like it. Probably the 4th best golden ticket that came out today. One of the other cards is Marshawn Lynch. I really, really like this one. Great attributes aside from the 72 catching, but I don't think that's going to be a big deal. He also has 99 spin move and 99 juke move, and if you take a look at his X factors and abilities, he's going to get you the angry runs charged up for 1 AP, so that's definitely a must to throw on there. And then you have the final ability bucket is going to give you either Tank or Backfield Master. Personally, I just wouldn't even bother. You can go Tank because so many people have avalanches and they're trying to hit sticks, so this might be valuable for the 1 AP, but I would spend just the 1 AP on the Angry Runs X Factor, and then you can go a couple different routes here. Evasive Energizer is a great combo. Evasive Truz makes sure that you're probably not going to fumble often. I don't know if like having Angry Runs and Freight Train would be a bit overkill, but as long as you have Evasive on there, you're good to go. This is a really, really good running back card. I'm curious to see though what his juke move looks like in game. The final golden ticket is Joe Alt, 6'8", out of position cornerback with 99s just about everywhere. Speed, man coverage, zone coverage. I said this last night. Unfortunately, unfortunately, I mean, it's still a good card, don't get me wrong, but unfortunately, it's not going to get the same discounts that his 94 overall card got, because there's only 2 discounted buckets that have the good options in there. Now, you can go charge up universal coverage on this card to help you with all the knockouts there. If you go to the last bucket, he's going to get medium route KO or 1 step ahead. It is a slot archetype. I think most people will be playing him on the outside. If you're going to run a lot of man coverage, you probably want to go 1 step ahead here. The universal coverage should take care of the knockouts. And then speaking of knockouts, if you don't go universal coverage, you got deep zone KO, mid zone KO, flat zone KO. He can get on his 94 both deep zone KO, mid zone KO, and pick artist all together for 0 AP. In this situation, you got to pick 2 of these 4 abilities. You can always spend 2 AP on pick artist if you want, if you go back to some of the other buckets. So that's where it falls a little bit flat, but still, just generally speaking, I mean, because he's going to have universal coverage, you could probably just go with that. It's not going to be on the entire game, but you could go with that and pick artists, and then 1 step ahead, and the third 0 AP ability is up to you between the deep zone KO, flat zone KO, and mid zone KO. We close it out with pack offers, Ultimate Legends, because they weren't as enticing to me, and some of you might disagree with me, that's okay, but because of that, I wouldn't bother with either the $100 bundle or the $20 bundle. I mean, if you want to take your shot at Franco Harris, you got the Ultimate Legend Fantasy Bundle here, a couple 94 plus slots, a 97 plus slot, so maybe you get lucky, but I wouldn't really bother. And then you have the Golden Ticket Bundle, so same that we've had pretty much all of these releases. And by the way, there's still the free safety Mike Evans. I believe there's a cornerback Randy Moss coming at some point, so we should be getting at least 1 more Golden Ticket drop on Tuesday. We'll see what happens when the content schedule comes out Monday, but you got your past Golden Bundle, you got your current release Golden Bundle. Hopefully most of you guys know what's in here by now. If not, just go ahead and read the description. I'm not going to do it for you this time around, but we are going to close out the video and open up this current release Golden Bundle and see if we can get one of the 4 new Golden Tickets that came out today. Preferably, I'd like RG3 to be in this pack. When we get back home on Tuesday, we will be firing up a live stream and testing out some of the new cards that came out today, along with a bunch of those Division Dynasty cards that came out on Thursday, because we only got a couple games into them before we left out. And remember, all of these 94, 95, 96, 97 cards can help you build 99 overall Division Dynasty cards. So if you're opening up any of these bundles and you're getting the results like I'm getting right now, yeah, you're only getting 95s and 96s, but those cards actually have some value to them right now. Here we go, last card of the pack. I'm not going to scream, and we didn't get one anyway, so it doesn't matter. I was going to say, I can't get too loud if we pull a Golden Ticket, but we didn't anyways. We get the 98 overall Real Deals Gronk, and that's the video. That's it for today. We'll see you guys next time. Thank you for watching. My name is Popular Stranger. I'm out. Peace.